Hello, my name's Michael Conneely and I'm making this video about Anuradha Nakshatra, the 17th lunar sign of Vedic astrology. And the lunar signs are such wonderful, powerful declaration of our emotional state and our state of consciousness. The dark side and the light side of those, how to perceive what's going on in our life, how to heal and spiritually transform. Now, I'm filming this from Mullaghmore Moor, which is near the healing centre that Maggie and I run in the west of Ireland. And we're out for the day, and quite often we do filming. So, Anuradha Nakshatra. Well, basically, Anuradha Nakshatra is totally within Vedic sign of Scorpio. It runs from 3 degrees 20 to 16 degrees 40 Vedic Scorpio. And basically, the symbol, the highest symbol of Anuradha is the lotus. The lotus has its roots in the muck at the bottom of the water, but the lotus flower is on the surface of the water, open to the sun. And that sums up Anuradha, because Anuradha is in Scorpio, and so has to deal with an awful lot of hurt feelings, fragile feelings, masked feelings, and vengeful feelings. But as I said, you can live in the lower side of a nakshatra, or you can move to its higher side. And so through practicing meditation and managing your mind, you can raise all that dark material, face it. Easily said, not so easily done. And so transmit the management of dark, torturous material to the world. How to manage it, how to reign calm and supreme despite it. So it's quite a sensitive nakshatra. The power animal is the female deer. And the Ayurvedic dosha is pitta. And that's awkward because the body part is the stomach. Basically, Anuradha people, at their best, are good leaders and organisers, very focused, suffering with a smile, sharing, sensual, faithful and devoted, but can get jealous and angry if their faithfulness and devotion isn't valued. So outwardly they're buoyant and fun-loving. They're attractive, hearty and popular. They're also very much so the spiritual seeker, interested in ancient knowledge and the occult. Generally, they can have a capacity for astrology, and they enjoy social life and organisations. And they benefit more if they live away from their place of birth and work and teach there. Unfavourably, they have a reputation for trying too hard to get enlightened. And there's a side to them that grieves, is secretive, isolated, and they can be very obstructed by enemies or envious people, and they don't understand their impact on others. I think possibly because they're so caught up in their mental and spiritual endeavours. So the ruling deity is Mitra, the spiritual friend, and they do try to be Mitra. And he's the god of daylight, and his task is to reveal everything that's remained in the dark. So during night, form fades away, but daylight makes everything visible again. Mitra turns unconsciousness into consciousness. It's the shamanic death and rebirth energies of the sign of Scorpio. And Mitra reveals to us that we all carry a divine spark within us. and that we're born to manifest our own special divine spark, in a way like the pearl that's inside the dull oyster shell, but we must open the shell and reveal the beauty of the pearl to the world. And also there's a capacity for friendship, spiritual friendship and love. They definitely need a partner who shares their spiritual interests. And they are in fact courageous people, even if there are parts of their chart that are not courageous or strong. They can persistently dare to face things that are unconscious, things of hurt and damage that were done to them, and bring them to the light of awareness. So they live intensely, and they often make spiritual and psychical journeys to discover themselves. You see, Anuradha is in Scorpio, and Scorpio is ruled by Mars, or the co-ruler is Ketu, the South Node. And so this is all about emotional upheavals and intensity. You know, things like getting paranoid, getting triggered. And basically, that can be so much drama. There can be so many polarizing situations and pushing people to extremes. But the devotional side of Anuradha brings healing to that. And so this is actually a very devotional nakshatra, with the quality of being a special divine friend and very protective, protecting others. So as I said, each nakshatra is divided into 4 quarters or padas, and in the case of Anuradha, the sign energy affecting each of those 4 padas is Leo, Virgo, Libra and Scorpio. And so if you have planets in Anuradha, which pada they're in will make quite a difference to the way the planet manifests. For example, in pada 2, Virgo, Venus won't do well because Venus is debilitated in Virgo pada. And the 4th and final pada of Anuradha is Scorpio, and that's what's called a Vargotama energy, the same position in the nakshatra, the marriage and soul chart, as in the Rashi chart. And the special thing about Vargotama planets is that they receive a strong message from their soul in this life, which can persist and thus get them to most solidly manifest the nature of planets in that Vargotama position. So, I hope I've helped by explaining the sort of issues of Anuradha. Have a look at my Nakshatras course, which studies all the Nakshatras one after the other with reference to your chart and mine, and then goes on to look at the use of the very powerful and sure declarative interpretation techniques using the Nakshatras, especially applying to relationships and to health. So I look forward to working with you. Thank you.